We're live. We are live
From New York City.
from Salem, Oregon. Live.
Tuesday night.
Princess Steps Fall 22, Week 5, and the topic tonight is bras and apparel, if I get to it. And there's going to be probably a little augmentation tonight, so prepare for that. But in all sincerity, we all come in different shapes and sizes, so it's important anyway to make sure that we have comfortable bra. It's more than just comfort. It's also about breast tissue health. And so many of us either have had personal experiences with breast cancer, or we know of people near and dear to our hearts that have had a situation. And so, with all due respect, I'm going to talk about what we can do to support the girls in the most comfortable way that we can. And here at Gallagher Fitness, we do bra fitting. And you've heard me, a lot of you have heard me talk about that a lot. I'm going to go into some technical details about bras that you may or may not have heard about, but it's really, really important. And we look at bras in some respect like equipment, just like shoes. You've got to have the right shoes or your feet are going to hurt. Same thing. If the girls are uncomfortable, then you're not going to be as inspired to go out there and get your homework done. Your walk, your run, your gym workout, whatever it is. And especially, not just when it's hot, but especially when it's hot like this. I just really respect everybody, coming out here, because I know that a lot of people don't do so well in the heat for lots of reasons. And so the thing about bras, the new ones that I'm featuring today, I'm featuring ones from Handful and also Brooks. They've come out with designs that are more seamless. They've come out with designs that you can kind of see here that are actually perforated to allow that moisture to escape. And one of the things that we talk about a lot, whether it's apparel or bras, tops or bottoms, is that the fabric absolutely needs to wick moisture, be moisture phobic. So cotton's going to hang on to the moisture and contribute more to chafing and blistering and all that kind of stuff. So you want something that's really, really moisture phobic, and Brooks for sure has done a really good job working their design, working their fabric, and retooling it. And they've come out right now with some pretty unique features that I'm going to cover today. But first, before we go into the Brooks bras, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Handful. And also, I might throw in some little gems here and there. How many people have ever or currently double bra in the past? Okay. If you still do, I'm here to tell you that you shouldn't have to ever double bra if you have the right support. Okay. Some of you know I broke my hand a couple months ago, and it was harder for me to get that sweaty bra off, and there were times that I was glad John was here to help. But it's pretty hard, let alone with a broken hand, sometimes to get that sweaty bra off. So who wants to get off 2 sweaty bras, right? That would be even worse. So, with a lot of respect for what we're doing tonight and the fact that I am live, I'm still going to go through, like I said, somewhat of an augmentation just to show you the different styles that work for different people. So with that, okay, I'm going to start with this one right here. And this is called the Handful, and it does have removable pads, which I call nip prevention or courtesy panel. Sometimes I leave them in, sometimes I take them out. This particular one with spaghetti straps is called the adjustable. And you can leave it straight back as you see here, or you can crisscross it, and you see here how it's crisscrossed. So if you don't want to have the strap show and you're wearing some kind of a tank top, then it's kind of fun to crisscross it. There's another one right there. For people that are nearly A or have 3.5 teaspoons like myself, the Handful is pretty darn good, and it has become over the years my day bra because it's so comfortable. The other thing that's different about this one is you can see the band down here is relatively thin, okay? So it's going to be not so compressive on my amazing rib cage, because those of us that are smaller don't want anything too tight here as far as it trying to allow us to expand our rib cage. So sometimes we might have to size up just so it's not too tight here, even though there's not a lot up here. Okay, to contrast with the Handful, or with the adjustable, which is this one here is, it's called the Y-back, and you'll see here in a second. And also how this one's a little bit different. It's more supportive because you can see here it's got quite a bit wider of a band here, and it's got wider straps. And then you can see here in the back, it's got a Y-back. So you see that right there? Okay. This one is quite a bit more supportive because of this wider band. This is not one I'm generally going to wear all day long, but it's definitely comfortable for a walk or a run or some type of a workout. And again, you can add pads in if you've had either breast cancer and you have one of your breasts has been removed for that. A lot of people use this type of a bra, and the hot pink one, it's actually called Battle Cry Pink. And Jennifer, the instigator or owner and creator of Handful, actually donates a portion of the Battle Cry Pink bras to breast cancer awareness, and so that's kind of a cool thing. So this is the Handful for those of us that are smaller. So now we're going to move on to some of the other ones. Let's see. All right. This one right here is called the Racerback. And you can see how it has the classic Racerback style. Okay? And when you have a Racerback like this, generally you have to put it on over your head. All right? Now, how many people have put it on over their head
and got stuck?
Well, either got stuck or can't fasten it in behind. How many people can fasten it behind? Okay? Right? A lot of people can't. I've tried this, and I can get it there. See? I'm there, but I can't. It's hard. I'm having a hard time feeling. By the time I got one of them hooked, my hand was hurting. Okay, so I'm going to show you a way that you can do it with this particular bra. It's a little bit tricky, but you can do it because a lot of people really, really like this. This is separation and encapsulation, but also because of the Racerback, it also has an element of compression. So it's super, super supportive, and it's also kind of a sexy style. So I'm going to show you this little trick here. Okay, so I've got her unhooked, and then I'm going to take this right here. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a hook. And there's little loops here. It's like hook and ladder. Okay, and I'm actually going to take this hook out. Okay, and then I'm going to just pull this out. So I've completely unhooked the strap. And you can't do that on, let's say, a conventional bra that doesn't come out of it like that. So I'm going to take both of them out. And this might seem kind of complicated, but once you learn it, it's really not that complicated. So now I have her completely unhooked, right? So now I'm going to put her back on, and because she's unhooked, you still have to put her on over the head, but now I can flip her inside out, and then I'm going to turn around, and voila, I can hook her in the front. And it's usually suggested to use the loosest set of hooks. And then, bras stretch over time, and so when it stretches, then you can hook it up a little bit more. One of the most important secrets to good support is a secure band, okay? So oftentimes somebody might think they're, say, a 36C, and then what they really are is the sister size, which is a 34D or possibly double D. So smaller in the band size, bigger in the cup size. So now these straps are just hanging there. You can see them, and I'm just feeling to make sure that they're not twisted. And then I'm going to pull one of them over, and they've reinforced these straps so much you don't have to be afraid to pull it over. And then once I pull it over, I'm going to stick this inside the loop right there, just like that. And then I can hook it and literally adjust it from the front. So I'm just going to hook it into the loop and count that it's one of those there. And part of this is just a vision thing. There we go. And then I'm going to take the other one. And you can kind of see, if you have a mirror, you can feel it, or you can kind of see that it's not twisted. And then you pull, and don't be afraid to pull it, and get I call it a vice grip with your thumb and forefinger, so you don't lose track of it. And so you stick it right through the front of that loop right there. And then hook it to, most likely you're going to hook it on the same little loop that you did on the other side. Unless you're lopsided, then you can, okay. So then also you want to either lean over and shimmy, or else hold the band down, reach in and grab the girls up and in so that they're centered within the cups. Okay? So where am I at? Just 3. Okay, so you can see how supportive the racer back can be. It's not for everybody. Some people get it on and they think, wow, this is really great, but they're in a hurry and they're not going to want to take the time to go through that whole thing. Once you get the hang of it and know what it is, it's not that complicated. And a lot of women who are breastfeeding like this one also, because they can unhook it here. The old version of this was Velcro. And Brooks decided after several years and it was called the Juno, that it was, that women weren't too confident about the Velcro coming undone. And so they went through a different renovation, which was actually after the Velcro and before this one. This is the current one. So let's say you don't want to have that racer back, you're in a hurry and it's just too much of a hassle. So this one here is called the scoop back. Okay, it's called the scoop back. And all of these have that perforation. Can you see the perforation in the front there? There's actually holes right there. Holes in the front, and it's also ventilated in the back. So they've put a lot of engineering and design into this thing. And so for one that's a scoop back, once again, you can just hook it in the front. I had an older customer just a couple months ago that was having a hard time hooking. And I said, are you trying to hook it in the back? And she said, yeah. She was really trying to do this. Well, our arms are not as strong going this way as they are going this way. And I said, well, you can hook it in the front, right? And she said, I can? Didn't know. I know. Oh, she didn't know she could hook it in the front and then do this. Okay? And sometimes people say, well, that's kind of hard when you're all sweaty. Well, yeah, it might be. But So you can see here, I didn't have to do all that other fussing around. But the really cool thing about this one, the scoop back, the way they've designed it, you can still adjust the straps in the front. That's pretty cool. And they're super, super reinforced here. Okay? Now,
See the back.
Wow.
I really did have to rehearse this. Now we're going to go on. We're going to move on to another all-time favorite. How many people do underwire? Okay, and a lot of people think underwire for a run bra, a sports bra. Well, you'd be amazed. 8 out of 10 women I try this on before I tell them, they don't even realize it's underwire. It's that comfortable. It was designed and engineered for running, but it's underwire. Okay, so this is the one here. You can see she's got a nice, beautiful V-neck. And you can see a few extra straps here. Okay, I'm going to explain those in just a second. But first I'm going to take this one just to kind of explain a little bit more about her. She's got extra reinforcement on the inside. Okay, right here. How many people, is anybody here familiar with this current underwire? Yeah?
I've got that one on.
You got it? It's got almost double support with this middle part right here, the part inside. It's also got, I don't know if you can see it in the light, I can show it there, but see the perforation here? Yeah, you could come and help me.
I show it to you if you want.
You can flash them, that's fine. And also the separation encapsulation. So, you know, some of them are, some bras like the very, very conventional racer back like this, that's what we call compression. There's no cups, no separation, that's compression. Okay? All of these other ones, for the most part, including the handfuls, are separation encapsulation. And that's what a lot of companies have gone to now. In fact, here's another one, a really, really cute one. This one is the crossback, also from Brooks. But it's molded. And with my little, again, and I'm saying this respectfully, I mean, my breasts are great the way they are, but there's about 2.5, 3.5 teaspoons. This doesn't even quite work because they're molded. Okay, so some of them are going to work great for some people, others are going to work great for other people. I suppose that might work if I patted it, but I don't really want to. So I'm going to get back to this one here and show you how it's a scoop back right now. Okay, you see it's a scoop back. So you don't have to put it on over your head. However, if you wanted a little bit more support, it's pretty dramatic. I'm going to see if I can do this in the front here since I'm working on it. Okay, so bear with me here. You can actually unhook the strap. Okay, got that? I unhooked this strap. And I'm going to unhook this strap. So I'm going to pull this one over to here and hook it back in. Then I'm going to pull this one over to here and hook it back in. Voila. Now you've got, it's an X, but it's like a racer back. So now with this, because it's a racer back, you would have to take it off over your head. It would be pretty darn hard, I think, to put this on and then do that hook. So you got to have a partner, a spouse, somebody that's going to do that for you after you put it on. Or if you're one of those people that grew up hooking behind your back, I've had some former employees that learned, and they're like, what's so hard about it? So have you tried the...
I haven't tried the X-Back because I am not very skilled at hooking behind my back.
Right.
But I could see how it would be really, really tight and comfortable.
It really does increase the support.
Susan, I have that
when I'm crisscrossed, and it takes a little finagling, but I can do it by myself.
You can crisscross it by yourself?
I can crisscross it and on by myself. Yes.
Wow, you are amazing.
Finagle in and then scoop and lift and but it's on. It's supportive. The girls are staying.
Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna put this back on for the moment. That's right. We'll see how it is with my augmentation there. There we go. Okay. All right. So, any questions about bras?
What was the name of that one that you just showed?
This one?
Yeah.
This is called the underwire.
The underwear. Okay.
Yeah, and this one's called racerback. This one's called underwire, and the one which is just a straight scoop back is called scoop back.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're all Brooks. They're from the Dare line from Brooks, and Brooks has a lot more different ones, but these are the ones that do the best right here. So shout out to Brooks for all of that. Also, let's see, and of course Handful. So different types of bras for different types of needs and shapes and sizes, and they do stretch out over time. And I've oftentimes pointed this out here. No bra should celebrate a birthday. I had a customer come in last week, 5 years old. The other thing about it is, after so long, even with laundering, our body's natural oils get in there and clog the fabric breathability. That's also going to contribute to chafing because it's not breathing anymore and it's not wicking the moisture anymore. That's the same concept oftentimes with apparel. So whether it's tops, bottoms, again, you want to go with what works for you. Some people like a tighter fit. Some people like it semi-fitted. Some people like a more relaxed fit. Oftentimes people don't realize it, but here on this rack I have 1X, 2X, and 3X. And sometimes people don't realize we have extended sizes. I don't have as much as I used to have because some of the apparel companies that used to have it aren't making it anymore. And part of that's COVID, part of that is just where they've gone. But whenever I can get that, I like to bring it in. I've also had some bottoms that are in extended sizes. I say that respectfully because sometimes people say, well, I'm going to wait till I lose weight or I'm going to wait till I get more in shape. Well, love that body right now. And everybody deserves to feel good, feel comfortable. If you read through my update from this last week, there's a lot more information in there about bras and what to do, what not to do, what to consider. So any questions about any of the apparel? You know, we do have the bargain basement this week. We did it last Friday, Saturday, and we're extending our summer blowout sale through this Saturday, where all the closeout apparel downstairs has gone from 30% to 50% off just through this week. So you're welcome to go down there, but make sure you bring it up and try it out in the fitting room to make sure it fits, because it's closeout. It's no returns on that stuff. Let's see, the other thing about, there's a lot of nice capris down there. We do have some more winter stuff coming in October, not till October, but we've got quite a bit of stuff right now. Any other questions about apparel or bras?
Oh, yeah, I have a question. I noticed there's not a lot of nude colors. Do you know if that's just a Brooks thing, that they don't really make that, or?
Two things. They don't make a lot of nude. They make, like in this one, they have one that's light pink. It's called Rosewater. Okay. It's light pink. I know that Handful makes a nude one. We used to carry white, and it didn't sell very good at all, and it yellowed in the lighting.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. So after 25 years of buying apparel and bras in particular, one of the things that you don't want to do is get overstocked, especially stuff that doesn't sell.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Got it.
Oftentimes it's not available, and also it's hard to retail. Yeah. Let's see, what else? I'm going to have I'm going to introduce Danielle. Danielle is here. You haven't seen her because she's from Virginia. She's here temporarily. And she told me about this very interesting. Do you feel comfortable coming up and talking about it?
Come talk.
Okay, come on up. Because you can tell about it better than I can. Danielle's going to tell you about something that I think is relevant to tonight's topic. And go ahead.
All right. So,
Stand right here in the middle.
right here in the middle.
Right up there.
See, I am from Virginia. I'm here for work till who knows when, probably March. I have a run club back home that had gone on a trip, and we were joking around as you do, and there was an article in Runner's World that said men run 12% slower when they are fitted with breasts. So they took these elite runners, these world-class runners, gave them these prosthetic breasts and sent them out on the trail and timed them. And over the course of, I think it was a week or whatever the study was, they dropped 12%. So of course, we're all drunk and drinking and having a good time. We think this is the funniest thing ever, and how can we do this and make a joke out of it? So what we did as a run club was made a bet with the guys. We would make boobs and send them off on the trail and prove to them that this article was right. So we came up with a race called Put Your Breast Foot Forward. Put your breast foot forward. So I went through 7,000 prototypes of fake boobs. I'd walk around, feel my boobs. Feel my boobs. Finally found something that was the right weight and sloshiness and movement. So we do this run every year. We have the guys come out, they get fitted for a band size, and then we have a mannequin like this where they have to stick their hand in. Sometimes the winner of last year's race gets to wear one of my strapless bras and gets felt up. They get to pull out their cup size randomly, so they don't know what they're going to get. They get anywhere from a B to a double D. The bras range in like super supportive to like one of my old yoga bras where I'm like, go ahead. And of course they're all like, that one's pretty, I want that one. I'm like, have fun. So we fit them with the bras. They pay $10. Women donate their bras, and the women pay $10 to run. We send them out, and then all the money goes to a local charity. So it is a good time. I just think it's funny. Susan and I were talking about possibly bringing that here, so you can bring all your men folk and maybe get them to run. We're working out some details while I'm here to do it. I have pictures. I can't find the video. It is my favorite video of the run. Is one of my friends is Scottish. He runs in a kilt whenever it's an event, and he's in a bra and a kilt and just full on beard and just going to, and it is hysterical. So I'm open to hearing your thoughts on how you guys would like to see that happen here and advice.
And I just met her a week ago. But I thought, well, I have a pretty captive audience. Let's just present it and see what the reception is. Yeah. So what do you guys think?
Yeah. That works.
Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, does anybody have any questions?
I would volunteer my husband for that.
So I will say one of the things that we talked about that I have at home is a plethora of minions that will help me day up. So there's little things about this race that like the dudes don't know how to do. Like they don't know how to get the bra on. They don't know how to get the bra off, which is my favorite part of the whole thing. They don't know what size they are. So there is this weird space that I need volunteers for. So that's also, this may be a good pool of volunteers. Also, since your bras can't have birthdays and you want to donate them, I'm going to bring I'm going back to Virginia for a week. I'm going to bring I call it my box of bras. My box of bras with me. Bring that back with me because I'm bigger. So a lot of my bras will fit the dudes. But if anybody has some that they are about to have a birthday, I'm sure Susan would take them and throw them in a box for me so that we can put them on some dudes and ship them out. At home, what women don't want back, we try to give to a local shelter. So women that are not as fortunate as all of us get a chance to go out and work out.
Right. And we would pick a local nonprofit, like possibly Grace House, which is a women's shelter for crisis kind of thing, if not a breast cancer something. But we want to make sure that whatever proceeds comes from this, it stays local right here. It doesn't go national, it stays local. So we're working on some details, but we have a tentative date already. October 17th.
So you'll all be 5K ready. You'll all be ready to go.
That's our.
Well, no, October, it's right near. October 17th is actually on a Monday. So we're still going to have the women's virtual and, we're still going to do Princess Steps the same date it's been scheduled. That's not going to change. This is going to be on a Monday because we have built-in group of guys on Mondays for Monday Run Day. Yeah.
And I've drunkenly gotten them all to agree to it after running with them. They're all like, "It's a great idea." I'm like,
She presented it last night and they were like, yeah, we're in. So you might reserve, and the interesting thing is October 17th was her mom's birthday and my mom's birthday. I know. How crazy is that? So you hear, cute.
Also, I will say, if you know of a local charity, again, I'm not from here. We do one at home. Ours is on the 1st this year, which is why I'm actually going home for a week. Our local charity gives back to the women in the community by helping them pay their bills, getting them to treatments, getting them meals when they need them. Where I live in Virginia, it's a lot of government workers that are relocated from all across the country. So a lot of people don't have family there. So it's Loudoun County Breast Health Network. They do all that. So if anybody knows of anything, I think we'd be open to hearing.
Yeah, we're kind of open. This is grassroots, beginner level stuff. And Danielle's event right now, you can see it on runsignup.com. If you go to runsignup.com and just do the search for
Put your breast foot forward.
put your breast foot forward, you will see her event pop up.
I have
and-
pictures if you guys want to see them later.
Yeah, there's pictures on there too, right?
Yeah, there are pictures. There's one good group. Yeah.
So that I'm gonna sign off for now, and see you next week out there. I just have to turn this off. Finish. There we go.
Hi, Sandy.